Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is well. I want to do an update video on something that I discovered and wanted to report on. So, about a month and a half ago, most of you know, if you follow my channel, that I went to Dartmouth College, which is in Hanover, New Hampshire. New Hampshire is a state that borders Canada, right? And so when I went to visit Dartmouth College, and which is located in Hanover, New Hampshire, when I checked into my hotel, and it was a chain hotel, a popular chain hotel that I stayed at. I checked in, and I said to the individual that was checking me in, um, I may need to stay an extra night. Do you have rooms for me to stay additional night? She looked at me and said, "Oh yeah, we got plenty of rooms, plenty of rooms." I said, "Okay, cool, thanks." I walked away, but then I came back and I said to her, "You got plenty of rooms? Do you normally have plenty of rooms available in the middle of summer like this?" She says, "No, we're normally booked almost to capacity. We're normally at 85%, 90% at capacity because um, where Hanover is located is the beginning of the Appalachian Trail if you're going from north to south, or the end of the Appalachian Trail if you're going from south to north." So I asked her, why are you so empty now if you're normally booked this much? She indicated that the reason that they're empty is because with them being a border state of Canada, they normally get a lot of Canadian tourists, and Canadians are not coming over to New Hampshire anymore. They're way down. She indicated that she had 60% of her rooms available, so I assume they must be like around 40% capacity, which if you know anything about the hotel business, there's not a hotel out there that can survive long term at a capacity that is low. So I started doing more work into this, and as most of you know, I live in the state of Florida, and one of the things that's interesting about the state of Florida is that we have this term called snowbirds, and that's when folks from the north, which is a lot of Canadians, they come to Florida and they stay for the winter. That's why they're called snowbirds. They leave the snow behind and they come here and they stay. And it's always been a massive boom for the economy because one, if you don't know this, uh, Canadians are highly educated, much more educated than the folks here in the United States as a percentage. And usually a higher education brings more wealth, more opportunity. So a lot of Canadians, buy places here or rent places here, but not only when they come here for the do they buy, and when they come here do they rent, but they're also spending money on eating out and going to restaurants and doing all those things. So I'm really curious to see what the winter is going to look like here in Florida. I can tell you, as a homeowner and someone that is an economist that and keeps up with as many trends as I can as it relates to the global economy, the U.S. economy, local economy, state economy, and so forth. I can tell you there are lots of houses on the market right now, an incredible amount of houses on the market. A year ago, it was not like that. 3 years ago, it was houses were sold in 24 hours. Now, there's houses that have sat on the market for months, and more houses are on the market. And even my own home, I keep up with the changes in real estate, and my home value has dropped. And I live in a decent area. I shouldn't say decent. I live in a nice area of Tampa. So I don't know what's causing this. I certainly have suspicions what's causing places like New Hampshire, by the way, which is beautiful this time of year, to not have the tourism that they normally have. Where Canadians are not coming, and living in Florida, seeing that impact also. Uh, it's going to be a really interesting time as we move forward, and I plan to keep you updated. So, this is a tourist channel, and I don't want to get past anything that's beyond tourism. I'm just simply stating an observation that I've made, and I wanted to report that. And I want to say, if you enjoy tourist videos, please look at my other videos. I put up new videos once a week of the places that I've been in the United States, and it's mostly places that a lot of people don't really go, or maybe they thought about going and they haven't. And I started doing that when I was laid off about 2 months ago, maybe 2.5 months ago. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to tour the country. And I did that. So I documented all and made videos. But I'm not going to talk any more about it. I just wanted to let you guys know that I believe the United States right now is getting ready to go into a major tourism crisis. And what I mean is lack of tourists coming to America. We may still have plenty of domestic travel, but I don't think we're going to see a lot of international tourism anytime soon. And I know everyone has an opinion on why that is. I'm not going to speak to that because I don't want my channel to turn into that. But just an observation. If you like my video, please comment. I will respond as quickly as possible, and I normally respond, less than 5 minutes. So, thank you, and I'd love to hear your takes on what you think is happening to tourism in America, and specifically Canadian tourism. Have a good day.